What is happening, guys? Cowboy here at the Great Belfry, and it is time to wrap this area up. So, first thing we're going to do is head out here. This is known as the Path of Dragons. And we're going to run down here first to grab an ember. And then we're going to circle around up top. And we're going to duke it out with everyone's favorite rock. I just realized I forgot a scale. It's an easy skill to get, though. So we'll go grab it after we finish up this area. It's back by the... What, you're not dead? Back over by the other bonfire. We'll get it before the boss. Head on up here. Could you guys stop that? Damn. Look at the tracking on that thing. Jesus. There he is, the big man himself. So. As you can see, well, as expected, he hits like a truck. Fugs hits harder. So one thing you can do, he'll go through like 3 phases basically. That's regular phase. Now he's in phase 2 where he uses the shields effect. Gives him super poise. So just bear that in mind. You won't be able to stagger him while he has that stuff all over him. And then once that wears off, he's just going to come at you two-handed with the dragon tooth. And that's it. So I've never seen him go back to just using the dragon tooth and shield here. Ooh, with the backstab. Oh, Havel. Havel. Oh god, two-hand dragon tooth hurts. But it doesn't hurt enough. Give us that stuff. Alright. Great shield and the tooth. If you kill him when he's summoned, you get it then. So keep that in mind. If you killed him during the summon, there's really no reason to kill him here. Head on down. So you may remember we got the dragon headstone from killing the ancient wyvern. We got the body from the statue that we used to get out here. Well, there's upgrades to both of those, the Twinkling Headstone and the Twinkling Bodystone, and we're going to be getting those. Now, I'm trying to remember, I believe up here is the Twinkling Head? Yes, Twinkling Head. Let's just try and break through the shield. Oh, come on. Now, there's actually a bunch of these man serpents here. So we're going to try and kill them before they get too many get down here. But you can already see them just coming over from the back. Fortunately, Fugs makes short work of them. There's another one of those ones that likes to throw the axe out. And that is a weapon that I have not seen drop, but I really, really hope it's a drop. In my opinion, it's probably the coolest weapon I've seen in the game. The fact that you have this giant axe that's also on a chain, and you can throw it out and then drag it back to you. If we can use that as a player, I would be all about it. We have one more regular axe guy, and then the throwing axe one. So we're going to kite this one down. We can actually fight him all the way back where we got the ember, but we just want to get him away from the throwing axe guy, or the axe on chain guy, I should say. Because trying to fight them both can be rather difficult, considering how much damage they're capable of. Now, if you're having a lot of trouble with these guys, you can run straight past to get the item. That being said, the best way to do that probably would be to wait until they come all the way up here and then run ahead, as trying to just sprint past while there's a ton of them grouped up in that area. It's basically suicidal, so I would not suggest that. Obviously, when you have something as utterly ridiculous as Fugs, you know, you don't really worry about them at all. Let's see. Yes, our last set of ashes, along with a roly-poly. Where you at, roly-poly? There he is. And you'll definitely want to make sure you get these. These are the ashes that are going to enable the vendor to sell all the really good shit. She'll have Twinkling Titanite. She'll have Titanite scales. Given they're kind of ridiculously expensive, but they're available. And that means we can upgrade to our heart's content. She also gets chunks at that point. I'm not sure if she already has chunks now, but if she doesn't, this last bit of ashes will enable that. Up here, Path of the Dragon. Look at that thing. That thing is enormous. The size of that even shits on the other size of the dragon. So, Twinkling Torso Stone. Basically what they do is the Twinkling ones are enhanced versions of regular. So, the Twinkling Headstone, there's going to be like a giant illusionary dragon behind you, also doing Fire Breath, while you're doing Fire Breath with the Torso Stone. In addition to like the buff you get, there's these like big dragon claws that'll reach out and hit stuff. We're gonna run on, well, we're gonna hit the other bonfire first. We'll grab that scale, I believe it's a scale that we missed. And then we're gonna hop back, spend these souls, and then it's time for Nameless King. Curious to see how I do against him with Fugs, because I mean this guy was hands down hardest enemy I fought in the Let's Play. I spent over 3 hours trying to beat him before I finally managed to, and then on stream it didn't take that many attempts. I want to say we probably spent about half an hour to kill him on stream, but I did end up having to use a shield. Now while we're running around, we'll talk about the Nameless King boss fight. So the boss fight is in 2 phases. The first phase, you just have to focus on taking out his Storm Drake, and once you take out the Storm Drake, after that it becomes you versus just the Nameless King. And that's where, oh yeah, here's what I wanted to get. So there's an ambush right here. Kill these guys. Oh my god, he parried me. Which, two-handed, oh, I guess it was just the one attack I was doing he's able to parry. Yeah, here's that elevator from earlier. We'll actually take this down just to get to the bonfire, I guess. And I'm not sure what the point of this elevator is. You know, it seems kind of silly to take this down here when there's the bonfire up there. So we're gonna actually ride it back up. Our riding, we're just gonna look out for any secret roll-offs that I may have missed. I don't see any. If there was any, it would be that way. So, I mean, maybe there's an invisible wall you can hit on it while you're going down. I'm like genuinely curious, because what else is the point of this thing? One wall looked kind of cracked. Let's find out. We're gonna try. We're gonna one more time. It's a cracked wall. I missed the cracked wall. I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm just paranoid because there was that weird hidden wall like that on an elevator that we encountered in the Scholar Sin, the Old Iron Keep DLC. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The elevator seems rather pointless because, you know, we have a bonfire right below us, and it's a much farther progression bonfire. So I'm just not sure why we would want to go all the way back there. I don't know. If there's some secret that someone discovers, please let me know in the comments below. And here we go. This is it. Get our point of vigor.
Farewell, Ashen.
Now it's go time. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to take him out with this current setup. Both times I've killed him now, I've had to use a 100% physical shield that also has relatively high lightning resist for the second phase. But basically, the first phase is just focusing on hitting the Storm Drake in the neck. A couple attacks you need to dodge, but they're all fairly well telegraphed. The second phase, however, is much more aggressive. And that's where I start having trouble with him, so we'll see. After all, Fugs is Fugs, so maybe we can, you know, just do enough damage to somehow burst through this guy and take him on down. Definitely really cool. I'm going to take off anything that we don't need. I want to be switching super fast. So we're not going to actually use our pine resin for the first portion of the fight. Supposedly he is vulnerable to dark. Lightning, obviously, not a very good choice. Alright, let's go, big guy. I feel like I've fought this guy so many times. I mean, even though I've only fought him 3 times, just because of the difficulty I've had with him, I feel like he's my arch nemesis. Really big damage into the Drake already. That's the spear. He's going to come on down and sweep. We're going to roll. Up, hit that head. Ooh, Juggins going to do fire. Back up. With enough damage, you can actually stagger the Storm Drake and get a riposte on it. If he goes up like this, just run away from it. Oh, come on. There it is. Top off our health. And this is where the fight gets hard. So as I mentioned, having a 100% lightning physical shield can help out quite a bit here. If you stay ranged, he'll keep doing those abilities. he also has a phase change where he'll start adding in pretty brutal lightning attacks. Should occur right about now. There's the first. Ready for the dodge. Oh god, no. If I die here, that would be so terrible. Down! Oh man. Nameless King is down. On the first attempt, and I gotta say, Fugs. Oh, Fugs, baby, I could kiss you right now. Can't believe it. I'm trying to think. I'm like, I was so psyching up for this fight, I can't even remember if we actually grabbed the item out of the chest that I went back to grab before this fight. I think I went over there, fought off the ambush, and left. Did I even pick the stuff up out of the chest? I don't remember. That's how much this fight had me psyched out. Whew. 80,000 souls. A slab, and then run all the way down to the end. I've scoured this area. There's no other items except for all the way down here. You can see the shiny off in the distance. A very big fan favorite here, the Dragon Slayer armor. I still can't believe we just took down the Nameless King in our first attempt. I'm... Oh no, it wasn't a chest, it was an item. Okay. Well, we did get it either way. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't believe it. But with that, we are ready to move on to the finale. So, obviously, I can't get the original ending that I really wanted to get. I wanted to go for the third ending. So, in lieu of that, I'll probably do the kindling of the flame ending, just because that is kind of the good ending, if you will. But of course, after we go through that, we will go through all three of the endings, and well, all four technically, and all the conditions you guys would have needed to achieve them. But before we wrap up, talk to Hawkwood.
You haven't given up yet. You can make better use of this. I don't need it. This joyous bunch gain I think
I need to talk to him after I put the last thing up, the last ember. But he's going to be important for a little thing that's post-boss. But let's go show you what we can get with the soul we just got. So, 3 potential items here. Lightning Storm. Miracle of the Nameless King, allied to ancient dragons. Once a slayer of dragons, the former king and war god tamed a storm drake on which he led a lifetime of battle. A one-handed curved sword, stormed curved sword. Curved sword imbued with the strength of the storm drake. When the great beast fell, the king claimed his soul, as was the custom in the age of the gods. Or the dragon slayer's sword spear. A dragon hunting weapon from the age of the gods, the earliest form of a cross spear, serving in both name and spear. Its owner was the Nameless King and Deflect hunter of dragons. The sword spear is imbued with lightning, of which he was the heir. Of which he was the heir. Heir of lightning.
I took the man to choose all.
Or in other words, Gwyn's firstborn. So either way, I don't know what I want. Lightning storm, or do I tried using the sword spear before and I wasn't really feeling it. On the main character I ended up getting that, so I'm just gonna actually eat his soul. Because I want as many souls as possible to see how much this soul is worth. 16,000, that's a little disappointing, I gotta say. I figured he'd be worth a lot more, but we are gonna spend every single soul we have trying to hit that level 100 before we go after the final boss. And with that being said, we will see you guys next time as we wrap up our walkthrough of Dark Souls 3.